Hey, Nina! Nina, where are you? I'm here, just smelling the flowers. How are you? Oh my grim Nina, did you see what I brought back from my visit to the faux thumbs? Look how huge these are, truly gigantic. Those are the biggest fruits I think I've ever seen. I know! Fee and Fi said that they were the smallest of the harvest. I can't believe it. This strawberry is bigger than my purse. And I'm pretty sure this peach is bigger than my face. The faux thumbs said that they would help me win this year's Ever After High Green Thumb Contest. Isn't that amazing? Wow, Jillian, you sure are becoming very close with the giants, which is surprising because in the future, to fulfill your fairy tale destiny, you're going to have to break and enter into their house. I know. Fee and Fi faux thumbs are the two nicest people ever. I would never want to hurt them. I know that my dad has a way around it, though. Speaking of my dad, it's time for me to go help him out at the Beanstalk Bakery. See you later. Hi, it's Dolls, Toys, and Games Gal, and in this video, I'm going to show you how I made a dorm room for Ever After High's Jillian Beanstalk and Nina Thumbell. This is how their room started out. Just their beds, nothing else. This shelf is from hayneedle.com. It's called a large open cube. For Jillian's side of the room, I decided to choose this wallpaper. And for her floor, I chose this piece of scrapbook paper. And for Nina's walls, my daughter chose this piece of scrapbook paper, while I picked this textured piece of scrapbook paper for her floor. Put them all together, and this is what their room looks like with all the walls and floors attached. On Jillian's side of the room, I decided to make a tree because she's such a nature lover, and so I took these wall decals for branches and I added them to the wall on her side of the room. And with these leaf decals and these raised leaf decals, I created a design of a very full and lush tree. To add more detail to the bottom of her room, I'm using these artificial plants and hot gluing them evenly across the bottom. And then I added a piece of green and gold ribbon to cover everything up on the bottom margin. To make Jillian's window, I decided to use this frame by Mayberry Street from Hobby Lobby, and I painted it green and hot glued a piece of an Ever After High box to the back. I decided to make her a very whimsical curtain rod that looks like a pair of string beans. So I took some beads and strung them onto a pipe cleaner and added a piece of green foam that looks like foliage. And now I'm going to be hot gluing them into this piece of green felt. What I'll do is roll it over and hot glue the margin. After you hot glue everything, you now cut off the excess. Then you maybe make another one. Then you add some gold detail and some more pipe cleaner to represent curling vines, and then you have your curtain rods. Now you guys might remember that I created a custom fabric for Jillian using spoonflower.com and colorlovers.com, and it turned out that Jillian went pretty well with the fabric. I think the way that I colored it, it made it look a bit more olive in tone, but I'm going to use it for her curtains anyway, and here I've attached it to the string beans, and here I've attached the string bean curtains to her wall. To make Jillian a bedside table, I found this wooden piece at Michael's. I'm not sure what it's called. Maybe it's a candle holder, and I painted it green. Then to give it a beanstalk theme, I wound some olive leaves ribbon around it from Paper Source, added some of these pink floral accessory details, and voila, here is Jillian's side table. Now, I thought Jillian was coming out way back when, and I think in April of this year. So I've been collecting these miniatures for her. And when I saw this lamp on eBay, I think it's called a Tiffany lamp, I just knew that it was perfect for her. So this is going to be the lamp that goes on her bedside table. Ta-da! And every daughter of Jack and the Beanstalk needs a golden harp. And I took a wooden harp that came from eBay and painted it gold. And then I like to pretend that this is what her father presented her the day she was born. And so I'm going to make it into a frame using a pipe cleaner. And with some pom-poms, I'm going to add some detail to it. Basically going to add what look like peas or beans. And then I'm going to hot glue it to her frame. And here we are, done with her little frame, which I'll put up on her wall. From the same set that I got her golden harp, I got this little table, which to me reminds me of an apothecary chest. And I've been also collecting dollhouse miniatures for Jillian for months now, as I said. And I collected these from eBay, and they remind me of an herbal kitchen. And I think Jillian's super into herbs and planting and gardening, so I thought these would be perfect. So I painted her apothecary chest green, and then I've added her miniatures. And then to pretty much complete her room, I added this Follow Your Dream sign that Michael's was selling for $1, and we are just about done with Jillian's side of the room. Oh, one more detail. I had actually gotten these fairy tale charms, and one of them is a Jack and the Beanstalk book charm, so I decided to add that to the foot of her bed. Now for Nina's side of the room, I added some green trellis trim to the tops and bottom margins of her side. Then I'm adding this string of white daisies to the bottom. And then I'm adding Jillian's pink flower accessories to the top of Nina's room. And now it's time to work on her curtains. First, her window is this frame from Mayberry Street, which you can find at Hobby Lobby. I painted it yellow and added some box art to it. And then for her curtain rods, I'm using these artificial tulips that I also found at Hobby Lobby. I'm using this yellow and green fabric because it reminds me of springtime and, of course, Nina. I hemmed it using hot glue, and I'll be hot gluing it around the curtain rod. Then with these pieces of flower accessories and these yellow ribbons, I'm going to make her curtain stays and a valance. So there are her curtain stays, and this is sort of the ribbon that I created by hot gluing flowers to that longer ribbon, and I added it to her curtain rod, which I think looks really sweet. Here's a lamp I bought off of an Etsy store that I originally intended for Venus McFlytrap's room, but of course I haven't made it yet. And since the lamp is a daisy and it actually turns on, I thought it would be perfect to put in Nina Thumbell's room. Here's some fun you can have with pom-poms. If you hot glue 5 of them together and add a sparkly pom-pom in the middle, you can make flower pillows. And if you're wondering where I got the fruit, these are just fruit erasers by Iwako. As for the fruit bowl, I basically just repainted this little ceramic bowl because it wasn't the right color. And as for the little coffee table in the middle of the room, these are some play flowers that I had once bought from my daughter, and I just stole them back from her, and I'm using them as a little table of interest in the middle of the room. So there's my Jillian and Nina room, guys. I hope you guys like it, and let me know what you think in the comments below, and I think it's time to do a shout out. Here's a big shout out to Natalie, Sealy, and the 3 girls. Thanks everyone for watching my videos, and if you liked it, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel for more. Thank you so much.